where fun meets fright, where every experience transports you to a world of fun. Play 18 holes of blacklight mini-golf in ancient Egypt, a haunted house, and beyond the grave. Step inside our virtual reality arena, where you take control of video games and virtual worlds. Battle robots, shoot zombies, and compete against your friends. Throw your next birthday with our VIP party pack. Our party pros are ready to entertain you with a fright fest you'll never forget. Perfect for an action-packed date night full of flirty fun. Our state-of-the-art arcade has the latest games with the coolest prizes. Be sure to feast on some tasty morsels in the Graveyard Grill. So come on, bring your ghoulish gang over to Scary Strokes, where every experience matters. Welcome to Scary.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll here from the beautiful New Hampshire Motor Speedway. It is the Slingshot Sim Racing Series, powered by Race City Racing Memorabilia. As these drivers get ready to rock and roll, I believe 120 laps the distance here this evening from New Hampshire, as we're just about the midway point here in the season. About 16 races in, about 16 races left to go. It's getting down to the wire here for trying to punch your ticket into the playoffs. The races are running out here for drivers to work themselves into the show. So you got to be on your tippy toes and ready to try to get as many points and possibly wins here in each and every race. And for the drivers that have already punched their ticket into the first round of the playoffs, they're going to be looking to try to pick up those bonus points, looking to try to maybe work a couple extra points into their back pocket, stack those pennies, maybe make the first couple rounds a little bit easier here in this playoff series coming up in just a few short weeks. As we'll get ready to roll, we'll get ready to rock and roll here on the evening as Andrew Hainsley coming in with the like and the share here on the broadcast. John Fowler coming in with the like, and Slingshot Sim Racing coming in with that share as well. As Andrew's actually 120 laps. I do believe in the Discord, John put 135, but it is 120 laps of racing here this evening for our feature event. So, little less time out there to maneuver around the track or to get tied up in different things. And talk about getting tied up in incidences out on the Speedway. This 41 Ryan looked very strong last night from Nashville Super Speedway in his 75 truck. The Voltec Fallout machine last night, unfortunately, led the first 30 laps, got tied up in the second wreck of the evening as qualifying going to come to a close here, and we'll get ready to roll as Ty Dickinson coming in. Sean the Love says, "Oh, hi. Oh, hey. How are you? How are you, Ty? How are you, Mr. Dickinson?" As John says, "Yeah, typo. Dang it, John. Dang it. Hey, it's all good, brother. Hey, 120 laps is fine with me. As I know each and every one of those laps, you guys will be putting on a wonderful show here for us. A lot of great racing about to get underway as these drivers get loaded into the sim. Each and every one of them looking for a win here tonight. As drivers get loaded in, we'll get ready to go through our starting lineup. Starting on the pole in the 71 ride, it's the Liberty Flames, Liberty University, number 71. That's Greg O'Berry. To his outside, in the 02, that is Shannon Wood. And down on the inside of row number 2, teammates to that front car here on the evening, the Liberty University, number 82, is the Exalta ride of Christopher DeWald. To his outside, in the 13 machine, that is Christian Delgado. And then down on the inside, row number 3, is the Sparkle and Shine Anything EC machine of Michael Madden. To his outside, the Voltec 41, that's Willie McKellar there in 6th. Then we see the Race City Racing Memorabilia ride, the 24 of Cody DeForge. Starting in 7th, he has the 2, the House of Speed, Grip Hackney Live, Papa Mike Promotions ride of Jeremy Vaughn to his outside. Then we see the number 93 of Zach Lockett, the Tennessee Titans ride, starting there in 9th. He's going to have the Boeing McNeil Media, number 48, John McNeil, there to his outside, rounding out our top 10. Timothy Stubblefield, Ronald Lousy, the 83 of Blake Murray, John Fowler, Russell Martin Jr., James Smith, Andrew Hainsley, Ty Dickinson, Gary Wright. Rounding out our field here is McKellar going to take in EOL. He will start at the back of the pack here for this initial start, and looks like Isaac Brock missing the start of this race, so Brock will be possibly starting from down pit lane, but a tough break there for William McKellar as he'll be starting there at the rear of the field. The 67 ride of Ty Dickinson, the Sweet Tea Gang machine, looking to try to work himself up towards the front of the pack, as we're going to end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as we are quickly back to Green Flag Racing here with the Slingshot Sim Racing Series. Last night we saw the trucks in action. Tonight we see the NASCAR Cup cars. These drivers, some of the same, looking to put on another good show for us here this evening, as Greg O'Berry leads them down the back straightaway into corner number 3. He's going to roll that middle lane, going to look to arc that car down the racetrack here out of quarter number 4, as Greg O'Berry will lead lap number 1 here on the evening. Shannon Wood right there in second as Christopher DeWall trying to hang on as Christian Delgado and Michael Madigan right there behind him. DeWall trying to stay in that third spot as our top 5 have all stayed right where they have started, as some contact deeper in the field. Look out now. Couple drivers going down into the grass. That was the number 93 of Zach Lockett and Blake Murray coming together there off of quarter number 2. See if we can play this back and take a look at it, as you see the 83 ride. He's creeping in on the 93, and unfortunately it just looks like they make some contact there at a quarter number 2. It gets the 93 very loose. He's sliding sideways. The 83 has to drive way down into the grass to avoid any contact with him. Unfortunately for the 83, he's going to fight contact with that inside fence. Heavy damage there for Blake Murray, and luckily enough for the 93, he's able to keep that car from hitting the wall, as we do see the caution flag fly here in this one. So our first caution flag will be displayed, as it looks like Ty Dickinson possibly, oh no, I don't know what just happened to Ty Dickinson, but tough break there for Andrew Hainsley as well, as he got a little piece of that one, but I'm not sure what in the world just happened, Ty. What just happened to the 67? Looks like his wheel just turned off or something. That car took a hard right-hand turn up into the outside fence, and that's possibly a long evening right out of the get-go here for this 67 ride. It looks like maybe he got a little loose, trying to correct it possibly, and then the wheel snaps hard to the right. You see that rear end kind of slip out right there. He's trying to counter steer it, and then all of a sudden, bam, just snaps up into the outside wall. Look at the contact, the force from the Air Force number 67 ride into the outside wall. There is the Black Diamond Mafia Sweet Tea Gang E&D Farms number 67 goes for a bit of a wild ride. You see a little bit of contact there for the Sonic Graphic Designs 29 of Andrew Hainsley. Man, that's a tough break right there. Let's see if we can jump on board here with Ty Dickinson. Get right behind the wheel and into the driver's cam here of the 67 ride. See that car starting to step around. He's trying to correct it, and then it just hooks, and oh, that is a tough break right there. Tough break right there for the 67 ride. Not the way you want to get your day started, as Ty says, well, my wheel snapped right watching my in-car. Yeah, unfortunately, she snapped hard to the right, brother, and up into that outside fence. As both Michael Dickinson's Papa Mike and Brother Mike coming in, showing the love here with the reactions on the broadcast. Taylor Pratt coming in with the like, and Ty Dickinson with the heart reaction here on the broadcast. And I see Jake Stefanski in here as well. Jake Stefanski coming in showing the love as well here, as Lane Phillips says that man had a blowout. Yeah, he had a blowout or something. I don't know what was going on there, but unfortunately early exit possibly for that 67 ride. Ty is usually pretty good. We may see him stay down pit side wait until that car gets repaired, but he may be down there for a very extended amount of time here as his crew's got a lot of work to do. Luckily enough, there's no damage clock here in this one, so unfortunately for Ty, he's going to be down there for quite a little while. As Lane Phillips with the heart reaction coming in showing the love. Jake Stefanski with that heart reaction as well coming in showing the love in this one. Huge shout out again to both the Michael Dickinsons, Papa Mike and Brother Mike coming in showing the love. His Mama Bear says, oh no, Ty. Oh no, Ty is right, Mama Bear. Ty says, stupid NASCAR. Nap time. He says, nap time. It ain't nap time yet. Come on now. It's only like 8 o'clock your time, Ty. It's way too early for nap time. The sun's still out, brother. As we are back to Green Flag Racing. Quickly, Grango Berry back onto the loud pedal. Here is Michael Madden there in position number 2. Shannon Wood, Christopher DeWald, our top 4. Here is the 0-2 getting a good restart. He's going to jump up and clear the 82 as here comes Christian Delgado. Delgado looking for a way underneath this 82. Ryan going to send it down into quarter number 3. Looking for a good run, seeing if he can try to find a way around that Liberty University Camaro. The 2 right there behind him. That's Jeremy Vaughn. He's been working himself up towards the top 5. Up 2 spots on the racetrack, and he's looking to make it a couple more. More contact. Hang on to it, Ronald Lousy. No, that was the 13 right there. Christian Delgado almost going around. I don't know how we did not get a caution flag right there. Man, oh man, that one was almost treacherous. Unfortunately for Jeremy Vaughn, he goes backwards quite a bit here as well. Let's see if we can get a quick replay of what just happened as Vaughn to the outside, the 24 of, that's Cody DeForge, just unfortunately gets hard into the side of that 13, and you just see, unfortunately, just gets in there a little too hot, makes that contact against the 13 Super sideways. Quite a bit of damage for both drivers, but somehow or another, that 13 ride is able to keep it pointed in the right direction. But we do see the caution flag flies. I do believe Cody DeForge running into some issues after this. You did see the new ride of Jeremy Vaughn have to get very checked up there to avoid contact with the outside wall as well. So we'll take a look and see what happened here to Cody DeForge, as I'm not sure if DeForge may have possibly some tire wear issues or something on this 24 ride. That damage from the contact with him in the 13 as trying to hang on to it, made a little contact with the 48, still trying to hang on to it, then finally that car snaps up into the outside fence there. So tough break for Cody DeForge early in this race as well. Let's see if we can play this back and see if there was any initial contact here or if he was just racing hard here. And fortunately, after that contact between him and that 13, you see the 2 right there having to avoid it. Sends it down into corner number 3, up on the high side, sends it in there deep, gets a big run, just unfortunately gets up the track, and then I think he gets a little help right there, just getting him a little unbalanced, and that damage, he's just trying to hang on to it, and unfortunately gets more damage as he gets up into the outside fence there. So a tough break for Cody DeForge as the Race City Racing memorabilia ride has to head down pit side to get some work done. I'm down here turning wrenches, right? Need more beer, but we will get it fixed. Yes, sir. Get her fixed up. Get her fixed up. As Ty says, only 32 minutes worth of repairs. Only 32? Psh, that's nothing. That's nothing. We'll be back out here in no time. You'll still be on the lead lap by the end of this race. No, I'm just kidding. That's a tough one. 32 minutes worth of repairs is going to be a long night down pit side as Ty says, Lane Phillips, I was trying to top your win from last night. Yeah, unfortunately, Ty, it did not go the way you wanted it to. As Ty says, Lane Phillips, get yourself some Michelob Ultra. Get yourself some Michelob Ultra. Yes, Sirski, as I said beer, not water. Harsh words right there. You shoot down Michelob Ultra like that, Lane. Come on now, brother. As Peacemaker, let him know Michelob Ultra is the way to go. Listen, if you want to get drunk, if you want to have a good time, if you want to party, if you want to be a champion, you drink Michelob Ultra, okay? You drink Michelob Ultra. Sponsorship, hashtag Michelob Ultra. Shoot me the merch, shoot me the beers. we'll put it to good use. We'll make sure your name gets out there to all of our thousands of viewers here on Peacemaker Gaming. As Ty says, come on guys, get that car out of the pits. I think they're working pretty hard, Mama Bear. They're working pretty hard. Don't you worry about that one, okay? They are going to work. They're striving to try to get that 67 ride back out there, but they got a lot of work here. They got a lot of repairs to do, except for those two guys. They're just standing there. They're not doing anything. I think they're talking about game plan, but that's about it. That's about it. As we'll get them ready to roll here. We'll get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing as Greg O'Barry leading the way here. We saw O'Barry very good at Martinsville. This is kind of a bigger Martinsville. It's kind of got the same bit of a paperclip feel to it, but a little bit more lanes, a little bit more choices to take here on the Speedway, and maybe a little bit more tire wear as well. As Carol Hainsley says, come on, Andrew, number 29. I'm ready for some good racing. Yes, Carol Hainsley coming in, showing the love, telling Andrew how to get it done here in this one. As Doug Roth, my boy Doug, how are you, Doug? Says Aaron, my boy, let's go Fowler. Unfortunately, Doug, unfortunately, homie, I don't think John is in the field here. Yeah, John's in the field here. What am I thinking? Mr. Fowler is right there. He's up into 7th. He's trying to get that JB Design Scary Strokes Popomite Promotions number 94 ride towards victory lane here this evening. But yeah, no Doug Roth. As PC had update. He had an update. He got an update and he couldn't make the race. What in the world? You should have been doing that update like noon today, making sure that it was a-okay, ready to rock and roll here for this evening. Yeah, those two guys are fired. Need some more jack stands and duct tape. Yeah, that's exactly what we need. Maybe we can make a trade with somebody. See if we can get that figured out. As we are back to Green Flag Racing as quickly Greg O'Barry onto the loud pedal here in this one. As Nate Burrows over there on YouTube says, let's go Lockett, cheering on Mr. Lockett there on the Speedway. As Lockett's looking very, very good. My boy 007 Chris says, let's go. Oh no, Ty, oh no. Ty, my boy, yeah, that was tough. That was tough for Ty. I wasn't even here when you got the sub. Laugh Out Loud, Twitch gave me a commercial. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's do it. See you Sunday. Hopefully I can hold on to the regular season championship. Yeah, hopefully, brother. Hopefully. It's going to be tough, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Yo, are you kidding me? MNT Motorsports coming in, showing the big love, subscribing here on the channel. Listen, MNT Motorsports, welcome to the Peacemaker family and into the Peacemaker Sub Club. Becoming a brand new subscriber over there on the Twitch channel. Shout out to you. Shout out to my boy 007 Chris coming in, as well as he came in and resubbed as well. For some reason, sometimes the resubs and stuff, they don't like to pop up over there on the Twitch channel. As Nap Pig says, hi friend, your stream is incredibly entertaining and I appreciate how engaged you are with everyone. You've built an amazing community and biggest fans. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't add people to Discord, unfortunately. As Nate says, let's go lock it over on the Twitch channel as well, cheering on that number 93 from all the channels. He's coming in everywhere, showing the love here this evening. As Doug Roth, Carol Hainsley coming in with the likes over there on the Facebook channel. If you guys haven't already and you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button, drop a couple comments up into the chat. Let us know who you're cheering for and who you want to see up in victory lane. As Mystic, I'm not even going to say that last part, Mystic Spock, sad I had to miss it tonight, man. Get it, number 17, Madden. Yeah, Madden's looking pretty good. He's looking pretty feisty out there, as we do see another caution flag fly, as it looks like a few drivers running into issues here. We did see Andrew Hainsley off the Speedway here as he went down into the infield, the 29 ride. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Quite a bit of left side damage for the Sonic Graphic Designs Hainsley Motorsports Camaro there on the Speedway. And we see Blake Murray also going for a ride. As it's Nathan Nixon. It's Nathan Nixon. Okay, perfect. I kind of figured it was you, but I wasn't 100% sure. I could kind of tell by like the photo, but I wasn't 100% sure. As we did see the 83. He also goes around here in quarter 2 and goes for a loop-de-loop right there. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be for the caution flag. I don't think it is, as we did see James Smith also run into issues, so I'm not sure if tires are fading away or drivers are fading away, but the 10 ride had to dodge a couple cars right there as he had Ronald Lousy spun around right in front of him here. So Ronald going for a ride here in this one. We'll take a look here at this 5 ride as just looks like off quarter number 2. I don't know if there's an oil patch down there. I'm not sure if the 67 ride just dropped some oil down there, but he comes out of 2 very loose. Tries to correct it, gets up into the outside fence, and a heartbreaker right there is the Can-Am Speedway number 5 ride up into the outside wall. That's a tough break right there for Mr. Lousy as Lousy. I don't even know how he says his last name. I'm probably going to get it completely wrong, but hopefully I'm getting it somewhat right. I don't even know. But we're going to see from the in-car camera exactly what he's dealing with coming out of 2, and you can see that rear end to step out. He's trying to correct it. Unfortunately, that car just continues to go around on him, and that's always a scary sight when you're turned around. You see a bunch of drivers coming right at you. Luckily enough, everyone was able to avoid him, and he was able to keep that car in one piece on the racetrack. Just mild contact there to the outside fence. So he'll keep on rolling as we'll get ready to rock and roll. We'll get ready to go back to green flag racing here in just a few more moments as Ty says, I dropped all of the oil trying to buy time to come back out. Listen, brother, you're getting all the time you need. That is for certain. I don't know how much longer you got down pit side, but it may be over here shortly. You may be joining the field here and getting back into this race. And if we continue to have these abundance of caution flags, there might be a lot of positions for you to make up. There may be a lot of caution flags, and you work yourself back onto the lead lap. If you can get some waiver rounds and some lucky dogs and everything else, you could be potentially back into this race as we're only 20 laps in, so you're only about 16, 17 laps down as Nate says Lockett moving up for real. Lockett's moving up. That is for real as Ty says 19 more minutes. Hey, listen, those 19 more minutes can't come soon enough, brother. We want to get you back out there on the speedway here and racing with these guys, whether it's for position or for fun or for bragging rights or for any of the above. We want to make sure you're out there. As Matt Taylor, Matty, my boy Matt, coming in showing the love with the like on the stream as well. How are you, Matt? How are you, Mr. Taylor, coming in showing the love? Matt, hopefully your internet's doing better, brother. Hopefully your internet gets figured out, or your PC or whatever your issue is there. I know you've been saying you've been having issues with going from 100 and something FPS down to 10 FPS in races, so I'm not sure if that's a graphics card or if you're getting bottleneck somewhere. I'm not sure what it might be, but definitely not what you want to have when you're trying to race out there, especially for all these leagues that you're in. And missing out on the races is never a fun time as we are going back to green flag racing quickly. The 71, a Greg O'Berry back onto the lap pedal here. So O'Berry on the lap pedal looking to keep on rocking and rolling at the front of the field. That's the number 17 of Michael Madden, the Sparkle and Shine Anything EC ride right there in position number 2. A great run here for the 0-2 is Shannon Wood. Is Wood right there in position number 3. He's got Timothy Stubblefield, a good run so far for the Stubbs Nation. Number 92 is the Barbershop Ride, looking very, very good. Is the Barber Company, looking very good out there on the speedway. He's got William McKellar right there behind him. Is the Volt Tech. Number 41 looking to try to work himself up inside the top 4 here as he works to the inside of that 92. Christopher DeWall back in the 6th position. He's got the McNeil Media number 48 of John McNeil back there behind him. Then we see that Scary Strokes JP Designs number 94 of John Fowler there in the 8th spot on the speedway. Jeremy Vaughn right there behind him. The House of Speed Papa Mike Promotions number 2 ride there in the 9th position. And Russell Martin Jr. rounding out our top 10 here. A good run for the Butt Crack Motorsports number 20 ride. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys go check out Butt Crack Motorsports over on Facebook as one of our sponsors here on the series. looking very stout here in this one. He puts up a lot of money each of these races for these drivers to possibly earn, and a huge shout out there to Buttcrack Motorsports, and a huge shout out to the car right in front of him as well. Our main sponsor of the series, the Race City Racing Memorabilia number 24, Cody DeForge. Oh, Timothy Stubblefield up into the outside fence. A heartbreaker there for Stubblefield as Cody DeForge got a little piece of him there as well. Unfortunately for DeForge, he is a couple laps down on the speedway, but it just seems still out there rolling around, making himself, just get some practice, get some laps in behind the wheel, and try to figure out that 24 ride a little bit more here on the speedway. As Timothy Stubblefield did get up into the outside fence here. Not sure exactly what happened here to the 92. Let's see if we can play this back and quickly take a look at it, as I'm not sure if contact was made or if he just got loose. Looks like he's just going to get loose, and virtually the same thing we saw Ty Dickinson do. So that time not as hard into the outside fence. Does get a little bit of left side damage as well from the 24 ride. So yeah, another car just up there in that middle lane, and 1 and 2 unfortunately just got in there a little bit too hard, a little too deep. Got it sideways, tried to correct it. As he tried to correct it, the car snaps up to the outside fence. Luckily enough, not terminal injuries there for that number 92 ride, but he does lose a lot of track position. Now back in the 16th spot on the speedway, as Jeremy Vaughn, Russell Martin Jr. up inside the top 10. Ronald Luzzi there in that 11th position. James Smith right there behind him, the Old Bay Dirty Monkey Motorsports, and number 10 there in a 12th position. Blake Murray, another Hampshire Speed Pop-A-Mike Promotions ride. You see that heavy left front damage here on the 83 really affecting his drive here on the evening, as that Camaro, usually very, very strong, usually up towards the front of the field, unfortunately got into it a little bit early on in this one, and has found quite a bit of damage here for himself. And see Christian Delgado there in 14th, getting slideways. Hang on to it. Into the wall goes the 13. Hard up into the outside fence goes that 13 ride. The High Velocity TV Christian Boss 13 ride. Hard up into the wall there. We got a great look at that one as it was happening, as Delgado unfortunately maybe gotten the announcer's curse here through the field, as sends it into the corner. Just gets sideways here. And the same thing, he's trying to correct it, and then all of a sudden this car will just correct itself. It'll straighten out, and then he already got that wheel turned hard to the right, and unfortunately just snap hooks up into the wall, and heavy damage there for the 13 machine. Let's see if we can jump on board here with him and take a look from behind the wheel and get a good perspective of what he had to deal with here, and see in comparison how much it was alike here with the other drivers that have ran into that issue. See, he's turning hard to the right. The car just kind of levels itself out, and then you're already turned hard to the right. It just snap hooks, and that's what happens. We've seen it time and time again in a lot of these races, and unfortunately heavy, heavy damage there for that 13 ride, as he's going to keep on rolling here. You see Timothy Stubblefield with his damage, and the exact same thing in quarter number 1 and 2. We'll see if he comes down pit side. Gary Wright's been having a fairly decent day, just keeping himself out of trouble and pointed in the right direction. Andrew Hainsley is kind of tied up in a couple little things here, but luckily enough able to keep that car in one piece, and he'll head down pit side, look for some repairs himself. Ty Dickinson still down pit side, and Isaac Brock unfortunately not joining the field here, as drivers staying out. Some drivers coming down pit side. Christopher DeWald, one of those first drivers down pit lane. William McKellar, Zach Lockett, Christian Delgado, John McNeil, and a lot of the others all down pit side here, getting work done to their rides, getting some fresh tires. So some pit strategy possibly going to come into play, as our top 5 did not come down pit side. So the first driver with fresh tires on the speedway is going to be this 41 of William McKellar. So McKellar will have those fresh tires, as the 5 drivers in front of him will not. So Greg O'Berry, Michael Madden, Shannon Wood, John Fowler, and Jeremy Vaughn maybe sitting ducks here on this restart. We'll have to wait and see how these tires, the new tires, can hold up versus the old tires in comparison here. Are they just going to blow the doors right off of the cars that stayed out, or are they going to kind of bounce out after maybe a couple laps maybe see a couple of those front drivers like O'Barry, Madden, Wood able to hang on to those front three positions. It's all going to play out here in just a few more seconds as Ty Dickinson says, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Yeah, Ty, luckily enough, you're not the only one to make those mistakes here on the evening as in the draft, 85 says, hello, hi, how are ya in the draft? Coming in, showing the love here in this one as Nate says, let's go Lockett. Let's go Lockett, cheering on Nate, Zach Lockett out there on the racetrack. Lockett's looking pretty good. He's been looking fairly feisty out there. Seen him get tied up in a couple of things early in this race, but luckily enough, not a whole lot of damage, and he's able to keep on keeping himself pointed in the right direction as Ty says cold/new tires are more sketchy, so this will be interesting. Yeah, exactly. The cold tires with the new tires are very low air pressure. The cars can be very, very loose, and you can see a lot of drivers running into the issues that we've seen here and what just brought out our last caution flag. So it'll be interesting, whether or not the guys with the old tires will be able to hang on and hold off some of these guys, or how long they'll be able to keep themselves in front of the other drivers. And when do they decide to come down pit side? Do they come down on the next caution flag? Will they have to make a green flag pit stop here during the stage and maybe have to wait 10, 20, 30 laps until the rest of the field has to come back down pit side, where that could really hurt them and set them behind the ball, especially if they go a lap or two down during green flag pit stops and then end up having a caution flag. It could keep them stuck laps down for quite a while here on the evening, as we'll get them stacked up and ready to roll here once again as drivers ready to roll, drivers ready to go to battle. Greg O'Barry, Michael Madden, 1 and 2 on the Speedway. John Fowler, Shannon Wood, Jeremy Vaughn, our top 5 here. Vaughn, the first driver without those fresh tires, and he'll have a swarm of these new tires coming right at him. We'll see how they can hold up as 41, Willie McKellar, first car off a pit lane there during that caution break. He's already made easy work of the 2 ride. Now they're going after the 94 of John Fowler. Fowler up on the middle here. The 41 pumps it down low. It's a good run. Opens up the door here. The 48 of McNeil going to try to follow him on through as the caution flag is going to fly here again. So the caution flag going to come back out here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. It looks like Gary Wright and Zach Lockett getting tied together. Let's take a look and see what happened here as one ride down low. Zach Lockett, looks like the 10 machine just gets in there super deep, uses 8 wheels to stop compared to 4. Unfortunately here for the number 10, he's just going to get in there a little too deep. James Smith here as he sends it into the corner. Going to drive right into the 1 ride, and he's just going to stay in him, and that pushes right into the back bumper of the 93. Zach Lockett. You see Lockett trying to hang onto that ride, trying to keep it pointed in the right direction. Ronald Lousy having to lock him up to avoid contact with the 1 machine. Unfortunately, gets a piece of him and the outside fence, and Lockett doesn't look like he gets much damage here on this spin. Looks like it was just a little bit of rear bumper damage here. Some cosmetic work to be done possibly for the 93, but nothing serious as it kind of pointed back in the right direction. Goes around there in corner number 3. Everyone able to avoid him there, so good break there for Zach Lockett as the Tennessee Titans ride gets pointed back in the right direction and it's rolling here once again. So we'll get these drivers back out there and we can see some drivers coming down pit side. Here's Jeremy Vaughn down pit road. He's going to roll back out onto the Speedway. Christian Delgado back down pit side. He's going to get some more repairs done to his car. Same with Stubblefield, James Smith, Andrew Hainsley, Gary Wright, Blake Murray, all down pit side here, getting work done to their ride, trying to get these cars fixed back up and back to 100%. And we see Ty Dickinson still down pit side as well. Unfortunately, hard contact there on our opening laps has taken this Air Force number 67 ride down pit side here for extended period of time. Hopefully his timer is almost over. Hopefully the crew has gotten that backup car ready to roll, and hopefully we'll see him back out here onto the Speedway as he just came in a minute ago. Over on the Facebook channel says 10 minutes. Hashtag Sweet Tea Gang. We almost did it, laugh out loud. Almost, brother. Get back in here, my boy. Get back in here. That 10 minutes is counting down in a quick hurry, and hopefully we get you back up and in here. Nate says, bro, yeah, Zach Lockett, unfortunate break there for him. Unfortunate break, but luckily enough, no extreme damage. Looks like he's actually going to be restarting in about the 10th spot with other drivers there coming down pit side or coming back down pit side. So he hasn't lost a whole lot of track position. May have damaged those tires on the 93 ride a little bit. That's going to be something he'll have to look out for, but not as bad as what it could have been for Zach Lockett. As we're going to take a quick break, we're going to get a word in here from our series sponsor, Scary Strokes.
Strokes, where fun meets fright, where every experience transports you to a world of fun. Play 18 holes of blacklight mini golf in ancient Egypt, a haunted house, and beyond the grave. Step inside our virtual reality arena, where you take control of video games and virtual worlds. Battle robots, shoot zombies, and compete against your friends. Roll your next birthday with our VIP party pack. Our party pros are ready to entertain you with a fright fest you'll never forget. Perfect for an action-packed date night full of flirty fun. Our state-of-the-art arcade has the latest games with the coolest prizes. Be sure to feast on some tasty morsels in the Graveyard Grill. So come on, bring your ghoulish gang over to Scary Strokes, where every experience matters.
Alrighty, as we're getting ready to go back to Green Flag Racing, the Liberty Flames Liberty University 71 ride of Greg O'Berry back onto the loud pedal. As O'Berry leads the way, he's looking to try to open up a little bit of a lead between himself and Michael Madden. He knows he's got to get a move on here. Some of the fresher tires back there behind him starting to build up. That tire pressure gets some heat into those tires, and they may be coming in a quick hurry. As here comes Willie McKellar. McKellar, the first car with the fresh tires on the Speedway, up into third now as he's went around the number 02 of Shannon Wood. As Wood back to fourth. He's got John McNeil, Christopher DeWalt, Russell Martin Jr., and John Fowler right there behind him. Zach Lockett up in the ninth as Jeremy Vaughn taking a look down to his inside here for that ninth position as they battle just inside the top 10. Christian Delgado back in 11th here. He's got the 5 rider Ronald Luzzi there to his outside with James Smith, Gary Wright, the number 24 of Cody DeForge. Unfortunately, a lap or two down here, back in the 17th spot, battling with this one ride. Door to door is Timothy Stubblefield in 15th. Andrew Hainsley there in 16th. In DeForge, Blake Murray, Ty Dickinson, and Isaac Brock round out the field as out in front. This number 71 of Greg O'Berry leads the way here. Now, O'Berry's already picked up 4 wins here on the series. He's looking to make it number 5 here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. But Michael Madden, William McCallum, Shannon Wood, Christopher DeWald, Russell Martin Jr., and the rest of the field may have a different feeling about that one. They may not want to see that 71 ride back into victory lane, and they're all going to give it their best to keep this 71 ride out of victory lane and try to put themselves into it here as the races are running out here, and drivers that haven't already punched their ticket into the playoffs, they'll be looking to see if they can secure that playoff spot here this evening from New Hampshire, whether or not it's going to be speed here on the Speedway or if it's going to be, one down pit side with maybe some pit strategy to put themselves in the best position possible late in this race. And anything can happen. We've seen drivers already go into the outside wall after having some issues, and a couple tore up race cars early in this race. Hopefully everything can stay clean and green for O'Berry and Michael Madden, McKellar, Wood, and DeWald as and some good racing action here once again. Things start to open up a little bit more. Drivers kind of getting a little bit more spread out, which allows drivers the ability to kind of use their long run speed here. It'll be interesting to see if they can get the long run. No, is it? Another caution flag flies here. Caution flag going to come back. It looks like Andrew Ainsley running into some issues here in the 29 ride. A tough break here for the Sonic Graphic Designs 29 machine. Sends it into corner number 3 here, and looks like that rear wrench is going to kick out and around on him. He slides it around sideways on the speedway and kind of gets stopped right there on the bottom side of the track. And as he does, that caution flag flies, a heartbreaker there for the Sonic Graphic Designs Hainsley Motorsports number 29 ride, as he's looking pretty out there on the speedway. Unfortunately, it does look like he has taken that car down behind the wall, so maybe the end of the evening there for Mr. Hainsley, as that's a tough break for the number 29 ride. I'd never like to see that. Hopefully we will see him back out here next week and running, having himself a good day, and hopefully something better than what today has been for that 29 ride. Is my boy Sean Cozier says, let's get it sparkle and shine in anything EC, guys. Cheering on those sparkle and shine machines. You see one right in second, Michael Madden, looking strong here in this one. Sparkle and Shine, number 17 ride, the Anything EC machine, looking strong out there on the speedway. And then we look back through the field. I do believe the next Anything EC ride would be the 10 of James Smith, I do believe. And then I don't even know who the next one would be. There's not a whole lot of them out here this evening. The Anything EC rides not being represented too much here on the night, as we do see Gary Wright and John Fowler both down pit side here, as Fowler's going to get some new tires put onto his 94 ride. So isn't Gary Wright, and Cody DeForge is going to keep on working, trying to get himself back onto the lead lap. So isn't Blake Murray. Andrew Hainsley is off the speedway, as Ty Dickinson down pit side, still waiting to get back out onto the racetrack here after his early accident, trying to get that 67 ride repaired and back out onto the speedway here. His timer's got to be almost up. It's almost got to be time to see the Sweet Tea Gang ride back out onto the track here. As woo, chat, we've seen some pretty wild racing so far here from the beautiful New Hampshire Motor Speedway. A lot of ups and downs here, a lot of bumps and bruises along the way here for these drivers, and the laps continue to count down as we roll closer and closer to our halfway marker here, almost 50 laps in out of this 120 lap race, and things are going to get very, very interesting here late in this race, as some lap cars coming back onto the track, other drivers that are trying to stay on the lead lap or trying to just keep themselves pointed in the right direction. The more of these caution flags, the more spins that some of these drivers are having, is the more they're tearing up their equipment, the more that they're tearing up their tires. They may have to make more pit stops, where take a look at the 71 and the 17. They haven't been down pit side yet, so with them not being down pit side, they haven't put on another set of tires, kind of saving themselves an extra set for late in this race, and they've proved it here over the last few restarts that the fresh tires that McKellar has, or the 82 ride has, that they haven't really been able to use them to their advantage to get around these two drivers at the front of the field. And that being said, Shannon Wood right there as well in the 4th spot. There's only allowed one driver with fresh tires around himself here, so he's got on that same strategy as the 71 and the 17 here. Everyone else on different strategies throughout this field. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out if we get that big, long green flag run, where it may put these drivers. He says, I doubt my car will be 100% fixed, so if it isn't, I'll pull in and let the boys race. Oh, brother, we want to see you out there. We want to see you out there, but that's very commendable, and it's definitely very nice of him to do that. And, I mean, hey, you know what? I wouldn't care, brother. Get out there. Have some fun. I'm sure these guys wouldn't care. If you see the leaders coming in the rear view mirror, just pull way up to the outside fence. Let them drive underneath of you. Just go out there, have some fun, have some laughs, hang out with the fellas, enjoy the evening, enjoy the racing, maybe learn something, something for the next time we race here, possibly, maybe next season or anything else, and you can kind of get that in your back pocket. As we are back to green flag racing. Greg O'Berry quickly onto the loud pedal here. Shannon Wood getting a good run to the outside of that Sparkle and Shine 17 of Michael Madden. Madden trying to hang on to position number 2, but he's going to lose it to the BKP Art Ride as the BKP Art Machine up into position number 2. Michael Madden slides the third here as McKellar there in 4th. We see Christopher DeWald there in the 5th spot. Russell Martin Jr. having himself a great run as the Butt Crack Motorsports ride there in 6th. Christian Delgado in that 7th spot on the racetrack. Jeremy Vaughn, Zach Lockett, James Smith, our top 10 here on the Speedway is Ronald Luzzi there in position number 11 with Timothy Stubblefield, John Fowler, John McNeil, Tony DeForge, Gary Wright rounding out our top 16. Blake Murray back in the 17th position. Andrew Hainsley, Ty Dickinson, and Isaac Brock bringing up the rear of the field as out in front. It's number 71, Greg O'Berry. He's been unbeatable so far this evening. He has led every single lap so far. He has been the reflection of perfection here on the evening. Can Greg O'Berry continue to get it done here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, or do we see another driver jump up and knock him off this top spot and keep him back at bay for the rest of the evening? We're going to find out here in just another about 60 laps here as we're almost at our halfway point here of this race, and we're going to jump into a very quick PeaceMaker Gaming Crank It Up. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers. We crank it up here on PeaceMaker Gaming. show here for us. A great crank it up session right there. Greg O'Berry continuing to lead the way here. O'Berry out in front, showing these drivers how to get it done here in this one. Grandpa Al coming in, showing the love, the light on that street. He said, step on it, John Fowler. John has been stepping on it here, and he says, kick some butt for Cody DeForge. And Ty says, I'm out, y'all. Car was too broke. Great race to everyone. Unfortunate break right there. Yeah, Bear, I would definitely fire your pit crew as well, Ty. Definitely fire that pit crew. Get a whole new one. Get some new guys behind the wall there. But we do see Ty. He said that he was done. He's still out there on the speedway. He's rolling some laps here. He's not done just quite yet, but we didn't see Ty, unfortunately, run into issues here. Now, I'm not sure if he went around here again on himself or if he just stopped and trying to get this car off the racetrack, as it looks like out of corner number 2, just steps on there a little bit. The car goes around on him there. Tough break for the 67 of Ty Dickinson. Then we also saw Cody DeForge do the same thing here. Out of corner number 2, gets loose, tries to save it, goes sideways down through the grass. Luckily enough, avoids any contact with that inside fence, able to keep that car rolling and back out onto the racetrack there. So a good break for him. We saw Timothy Stumblefield possibly go through the same circumstances here as well. Comes out of the corner, goes around. Unfortunately, he finds that inside wall. Heavy front end damage there for the 92 ride as the substations machine gets rolling there on the speedway. No caution flag for any of these incidents. You can see Ron Lousy, unfortunately, having some issues as well as the 5 ride. Down into corner number 1, sends it in there deep. Unfortunately, the car just does not hold. The rear end steps out around on him there. He goes around, gets pointed in the wrong direction, and he gets that car rolling again, gets it pointed back in the right direction as well. As and some craziness here in this one. We do see drivers headed down pit side, so possibly green flag pit stops underway here. We saw Russell Martin Jr. come down pit side. We did see, I do believe there was Ronald Lousy that came down pit side as well. So a couple of drivers making some pit stops here on the speedway, possibly trying to play some strategy, maybe taking that early pit stop, opening up the door here to maybe make it to the end, maybe be able to use the fresh tires to their advantage to try and leapfrog some drivers in front of them here before the end of this race. Is Dude Guy, what's good, dude? Dude coming in, showing the love. How are you, Brian? How are you, brother? Coming in, some matching that thumbs up on the broadcast. How are you, Mr. Miss you? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful day, a great day, and a great week. And listen, we gotta get some games in sometime, my homie. We got some games in. I don't know what you've been up to. I don't know what you've been playing, but if you want to get into some Fortnite or Call of Duty or something sometime, we need to get the crew together. Get some games in. We haven't done that in a long time. I feel like we need to try to get everybody in there. You know, I don't know what Phobia's been up to or what Ghost and everyone else, you know, Sarsi, and trying to get everyone together, maybe play some fun games one of these nights or something crazy, whether or not it's poker or a bunch of fun games off Steam or something that we can all play and have fun games or something. We need to get the crew together and have some fun again on the stream here one of these nights. That is for certain. That is for certain. As guys did see there throughout the Crank It Up, we posted a link to our brand new video. It's out on the YouTube channel. It's also over on our Facebook channel as well. A first look for us at the Ghost of Tsushima. A very, very interesting and very amazing game. The graphics are absolutely unreal. It is a very intriguing game, and we're going to dive into that. We're going to be doing more episodes of that. Hopefully, you know, they can kind of get some love. If you guys haven't checked it out, make sure you check it out. Drop a line, drop a couple comments, give it some love, and try to help those out. Maybe we can see if we can get some more of those going. Brian says, I'm good, homie. I'm chilling, eating, just got off of work. I've been on ARP a lot lately, but I'm always down to get some games in whenever. Yes, sir. You know it, brother. You know it. Dude, I got locked out of my Fortnite account. I got an email, Epic Games. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's going to be the worst. That's going to be the worst, man. Hopefully they can get you back into it. Hopefully they can get you back into it. Because I know you had a lot of cool characters and skins and everything else. So I'm sure you got lots of, what are they, V-Bucks or whatever, into that account, lots of money into it, and time into it to have that account, to have it be locked down. That is awful. But what you eating, dude? What you eating? What you eating, my boy? What you eating, that? What you got? What you got? What's for dinner tonight? I had some Burger King. That's what I had for dinner tonight. Made a huge shepherd's pie last night. I probably should have ate that tonight, but Whopper Wednesday, I had to get the Whopper. You know, I had to get the Whopper meal, large fry, best fries ever, best fries from any fast food place. Burger King, hands down. I'll fight anybody. I'll fight anybody that says that Burger King fries are not the best fries. Hands down, they're the best. They are the best. Burger King French fries, get them nice and hot, fresh. Oh man, crunchy on the outside, very nice and salty. And like soft on the inside, like nice fluffy potato on the inside. Absolutely perfect. The creme de la creme of fast food French fries. Yeah, man, my feelings don't get hurt easily, and that didn't laugh out loud. Yeah, that would hurt my feelings too. That would hurt my feelings as well. I'm eating ground beef with potatoes and corn with a little hot sauce and broccoli on the side. See, that's shepherd's pie. You stack those together in a strategic order, and it's shepherd's pie right there. I love shepherd's pie. I don't put broccoli into shepherd's pie. That's one thing. I'm not huge on broccoli, but we got some, you know, lots of corn, peas, a little bit of carrots in there, and yeah, and then it's just ground beef and potatoes, and it's one of my favorite meals, honestly. Shepherd's pie. It's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. And, you know, it's just amazing. I love it. I love it. I love shepherd's pie. It's the best. As we do see the caution flag fly here in this one, the yellow flag has been displayed as we will take a look and see what happens. It looks like Russell Martin Jr. in the 20 ride possibly having some issues here. Looks like Russell off the racetrack right there. We see him sideways as looks like, again, another driver just losing traction here. The rear end steps out and around on him, and he goes around down towards pit entry there, and he gets stopped on the speedway trying to get this car rolling here once again. Unfortunately, that does bring the caution flag out as he rolls back onto the racetrack. So a tough break there for the Butt Crack Motorsports 20 ride, but we'll get them all stacked up, racked up, and ready to do it all over again. As some yellow flag pit stops underway here. Drivers headed down pit side. Our race leader, Branko Berry, one of those cars, headed down pit road. Jana Wood, Michael Madden, Christian Delgado, John Fowler, Jeremy Vaughn, a whole lot of others all coming down pit side here. We did see William McKellar and the 82 of Christopher DeWald staying out on the speedway here. So, two drivers going to stay out. Everyone else comes down pit side. Yeah, laugh it loud. Basically, it is, but the potatoes are diced, not mashed. Okay, I get you. Yeah, a little bit different. Listen, diced potatoes. I like making. They're called cheesy potatoes. So basically, you dice up your potatoes, you put them in a pan. Obviously, you know, you oil your pan or whatever, your baking tray kind of deal. Not like a tray, but like a baking pan or pot that you can use kind of deal that you can bake stuff in, put it in the oven. You know, cover that with, you know, some vegetable oil or whatever on the inside so it doesn't stick. And you throw your potatoes in there, and what you do is you throw in, you know, a bunch of salt and pepper, a little bit of butter, some good amounts of butter into it as well, and then Italian dressing. So like golden Italian dressing, or a bunch of that in there. And then bake that on like 400 for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes kind of deal till they're like nice and crispy, golden brown. And then take it out, throw some shredded cheese onto there, and put it back in for another 5 minutes or so. Let that cheese melt into it as well. It's the best, man. You get the golden Italian soaks into like the potatoes and everything, and it's fire. It's fire. You gotta try it. You gotta try it. Message me if you guys want the recipe for the PeaceMaker cheesy potatoes recipe. Okay, I can hook you up. Damn, bro, you make it so different. I do make it so different, but it's so good. Trust me, it's so good. Everyone I've fed it to, they fall in love with it. They absolutely love the cheesy potatoes. They are something to die for. That's for certain. Just talking about them now, I'm thinking about going and getting some more potatoes tomorrow, so I can make some cheesy potatoes for tomorrow night possibly. So that's on my docket for tomorrow now. I think that's on the docket. as we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing. William McKellar, Christopher DeWall, 1 and 2 did not come down pit side last time around. So Rango Berry, who was our race leader for the first couple laps here, this time under caution flag, he is not the race leader here on the evening. He's led every single lap except for since he went down inside. Shannon Wood right there to his outside. Christian Delgado, Michael Madden, John Fowler, Jeremy Vaughn, John McNeil, and Zach Lockett, our top 10 here on the Speedway. As we'll get ready to roll here once again, as Brian coming in, showing the love as well with the shares on the broadcast as well coming in, sharing it out, sending it to all the folks, all the peeps, getting them in here, getting the shares out there. I appreciate you for that, brother, coming in, showing the love like that. As we'll get ready to go green flag racing. The pace car makes the hard left-hand turn down pit side, and Willie McKellar down through the Geico restart zone sees the green flag fly. So McKellar onto the lap pedals quickly. The 71 of Rango Berry's going to make quick work of his teammate Christopher DeWalt. DeWalt trying to hang on to that third spot on the Speedway. He's going to get bounced around. He's going to get Michael Madden up into the outside fence. Madden comes back down, collects the 48 of John McNeil in the caution flag back out onto the racetrack. The Buckcrack Motorsports 20 rider Russell Martin Jr. also getting some pretty heavy damage there, as well as another caution flag will fly as contact down the back straightaway here. And unfortunately for Michael Madden, not a whole lot he could do as he was trying to hang on to the 17 ride. We'll see if we get another look at it. It's a good run down to the inside here. See the 82 trying to hang on to the outside. Unfortunately, it's like he gets very loose here up into the outside fence, or at least almost gets into the outside fence. And then it looks like just both drivers, looks like Michael trying to come up to where the outside door of the 82 ride would be. Kind of where the 82 car is coming off the fence here, and they just kind of meet in the middle. Unfortunately, I think it was inevitable that the contact was going to be made. Unfortunately for the 17, it shoves him up the fence, hard up into that outside wall, and as he's kind of pinned to it, he's trying to get that car off the fence. The car's going to hook around. Unfortunately, collects the 48 ride right there as well, and then he blinks for quite a couple seconds right there. I'm not sure what happened to Michael Madden when he started blinking, but we do know that it's a piece of the 48. Where's John McNeil here? Here's John McNeil as he's going to fire into this. He gets clipped. He goes around. He's going around here. We do see, fortunately, the 20 ride. He's going to get a couple pieces into this as well, and fortunately for him, just nowhere to go, and some more heavy damage for Russell Martin Jr. Let's see if we can jump on board here with Russell as he's driving right into it. He's hoping to avoid it. He's looking down low, sees the 17 coming into his lane, trying to get onto the binder, gets into the fence, and then John McNeil parked there in 3. It's a piece of him as well, and some pretty good damage there for that number 48 ride, and for the number something else. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think this race might be over. Let me see if we can get back in here. Apparently, we are out of here for packet loss. That's interesting. Okay, well, let's back out and see if we can get back in here because iRacing decided to disconnect us. That's always fun. I was wondering what was going on there for a hot second and why it had that one time where the cars kind of disappeared. So let's get back into the race as they were getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Now we're loading back into the session. Get it together, iRacing. Come on, get it together. What's going on with your servers here, man? This is some BS. Get it together. Get it together. Come on. Come on now. Come on, iRacing. The little server that could. It's the little server that could. As Nate says, my boy Lockett cooking the competition. Yes, sir. He's cooking something. He's cooking something up. That is for certain. So we'll get loaded back in here because iRacing hates us. How's everyone's week going? Wednesday, hump day, halfway through the work week. The weekend only a couple days away, and I know, we're all working for the weekend. That is for certain, and hopefully everyone's ready to see some more racing as we are back. We are back. Drivers are back onto the Speedway, and we'll get ready to roll here once again as William McKellar out in front here. Grango Berry in position number 2. See the caution flag come back out. I'm not going to be able to see why it came back out, but we did see these guys go back to green flag racing, and then the caution flag did come back out. But McKellar in the lead, Grango Berry there in second. And we see Christian Delgado, Shannon Wood, Jeremy Vaughn, John Fowler, James Smith, Zach Lockett, Ronald Lucy, and Cody DeForge. Our top 10 here on the Speedway. These drivers ready to go back to battle. They're ready to duke it out here once again as down through the Geico restart zone. I do believe we are going to see the pace car make the hard left-hand turn, and we are back to green flag racing. The 41 of William McKellar sees that green flag fly. He quickly gets back onto the loud pedal. Here comes Grango Berry, though. A good run down low as he looks down to the inside of the 41. Oh, Berry did not take long. The fresh tires working out well here for the 71 ride as he jumps to the point here once again. So it didn't take him long to get this race lead back away from McKellar as he jumps into the top spot. McKellar trying to hold on to second. Shannon Wood right there trying to work himself up into position number 2. Here comes Christian Delgado and Zach Lockett is Lockett up inside the top 5. Contact! John Fowler gets a piece of the outside fence here. John Fowler just up into the outside wall there ever so slightly after I do believe he gets some contact onto his back bumper here. Looks like the 2-rider Jeremy Vaughn sends it in there a little deep, gets into the back end of the 94. He's trying to counter steer it, unfortunately locks up that front end and pushes off the Speedway right in front of the 5-ride Ronald Lucy, and unfortunately Lucy there just gets a piece of him, gets into the outside fence there himself. Some pretty good damage for both drivers, but they'll be able to keep on rolling here. Unfortunately for John Fowler, he is going to take his 94 ride down pit side, so a heartbreaker there for John Fowler. That contact did a little bit more damage than we anticipated for that 94. As McKellar back in position number 2, starting to lose touch with our race leader here is Grango Berry. Starting to open up almost a second lead now between himself and that 41 as here comes the 2 machine. Right there to his inside, Christian Delgado blew it into quarter number 1 here, looking for a big run on the outside lane, as unfortunately for him, that little bit of mistake is going to send him back a spot as that number 93 is Zach Lockett's going to get around him. Hang on to it for the number 2 rider, Jeremy Vaughn, as he got loose there at a quarter number 2, went sliding down through the grass. Unfortunately, he's going to go from just outside the top 5, now back into position number 12 on the Speedway. So good break that he wasn't into anything, didn't make any hard contact, and was able to keep that car pointed in the right direction as Ty Dickinson and allow that number 2 ride to roll around him. Here is Ty still rolling out there on the Speedway, looking to maybe try to pick up a couple spots here from drivers that have already exited the racing surface and put their cars back down behind pit wall. As our race leader, Grango Berry, he's starting to roll into some lap traffic here. As hang on to it, around goes John McNeil. The caution flag will fly once again as McNeil losing it out of corner number 4. That's right in front of our race leader, and that almost got a lot worse than what it was. And fortunately for McNeil, though, he's been struggling the last few laps, and that Boeing 48 ride just going to go around here at a corner number 4. As soon as he got onto the gas, just spins around on him, and unfortunately caution flag will come back out, so we will set everyone back up, and we will get ready to go back to green flag racing here in just a few more moments. As Grango Berry, I don't think he wanted to see that caution flag. He had built up quite a bit of a lead here on the rest of the field, and I think he wanted to see that lead continue to grow, did not want to see that disappear, and bring the 0-2 as Shannon Wood, William McKellar, Christian Delgado, Zach Lockett right back to his rear bumper, and the rest of the field as they're going to be looking to try to knock him off the top spot, and they don't have a whole lot of laps left to try to get it done here as we're within 30 laps left to go here in this feature event, as we'll take a quick commercial break and a quick word in here from our sponsors over at Scary Strokes.
Strokes, where fun meets fright, where every experience transports you to a world of fun. Play 18 holes of blacklight mini golf in ancient Egypt, a haunted house, and beyond the grave. Step inside our virtual reality arena, where you take control of video games and virtual worlds. Battle robots, shoot zombies, and compete against your friends. Throw your next birthday with our VIP party pack. Our party pros are ready to entertain you with a fright fest you'll never forget. Perfect for an action-packed date night full of flirty fun. Our state-of-the-art arcade has the latest games with the coolest prizes. Be sure to feast on some tasty morsels in the Graveyard Grill. So come on, bring your ghoulish gang over to Scary Strokes, where every experience matters. Welcome to Scary Strokes, where fun meets fright, where every experience transports you to a world of fun. Play 18 holes of blacklight minigolf in ancient Egypt, a haunted house, and beyond the grave. Step inside our virtual reality arena, where you take control of video games and virtual worlds. Battle robots, shoot zombies, and compete against your friends. Throw your next birthday with our VIP party pack. Our party pros are ready to entertain you with a fright fest you'll never forget. Perfect for an action-packed date night full of flirty fun. Our state-of-the-art arcade has the latest games with the coolest prizes. Be sure to feast on some tasty morsels in the Graveyard Grill. So come on, bring your ghoulish gang over to Scary Strokes, where every experience matters. Welcome to Scary Strokes, where fun meets fright, where every experience transports you to a world of fun. Play 18 holes of blacklight minigolf in ancient Egypt, a haunted house, and beyond the grave. Step inside our virtual reality arena, where you take control of video games and virtual worlds. Battle robots, shoot zombies, and compete against your friends. Throw your next birthday with our VIP party pack. Our party pros are ready to entertain you with a fright fest you'll never forget. Perfect for an action-packed date night full of flirty fun. Our state-of-the-art arcade has the latest games with the coolest prizes. Be sure to feast on some tasty morsels in the Graveyard Grill. So come on, bring your ghoulish gang over to Scary Strokes, where every experience matters.
Alrighty, as we're going back to Green Flag Racing. The 71 rider, Greg Goberry, another good restart here as he's looking to clear the rest of the field, making sure they can't get to his back bumper. Down through quarter number 1 and out at quarter number 2, he'll lead us down the back straightaway as that 0-2 ride of Shannon Wood gonna hold off the charge from William McKellar down to his inside the 0-2. Up into position number 2 is McKellar. Back into that third spot on the Speedways. Here comes Christian Delgado. Delgado right there ready to pass as well. The 13 ride trying to work himself into a podium position, and Michael Madden coming back up through the field here. The Sparkle and Shine Anything EC machine up into position number 5 on the Speedways. We did see Gary right here on the restart run into some issues. Michael Madden running into some issues right there as well, as we'll take a look back at this one machine as we do see the yellow flag fly. Take a look here at the one right. Oh, contact, heavy contact here for the one right. Oh man, that is a very tough break for Gary Wright. Nowhere to go as 82 Christopher DeWald and the 5 rider Ronald Lousy unfortunately just going to come together. They both come up the racetrack hard into the side of the one ride. They all bounce up into the outside fence. Some pretty heavy contact for all 3 drivers. The front hood up on top of the 5 ride's windshield there, and unfortunately he cannot see, as we do see the yellow flag fly after this. The number 1 trying to salvage his car, trying to get back down pit side, but unfortunately here we see Michael Madden out of quarter number 2 here. He is very, very loose, and he's going to go around, and I do believe that is going to bring the caution flag out here. Not sure if anyone else gets collected into this one as the 17 does go around. Oh, Cody DeForce trying to dodge him, does get a piece of him there, then into the outside fence, and then everyone else trying to avoid him as well, as here comes the 94 rider John Fowler trying to stay out of it. Ty Dickinson, oh, upside down goes Christopher DeWald. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That was a wild one right there for the 82 line. Let's take a look back here as he's trying to salvage his car after the contact there on the restart. Ty Dickinson going to get sideways here, trying to avoid the 17, gets into the fence, and then they make contact and upside down goes Christopher DeWald for a wild ride here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We're going to jump right on board here with this number 82 and see what he sees from the front windshield as sees this happen in front of him. He's looking clear, then all of a sudden Ty goes into the fence and he goes upside down and onto his lid. Wowzers. What a ride right there for that number 82 ride. Is my girl Sarcy! Sarcy coming in, showing the love. How are you, Sarcy? Sarcy coming in, showing the love. Says, hey, 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 how are you, Sarcy? How are you, my girl? Sarcy coming in with the exclamation mark followage as well. 806 days of being a follower here on Peacemaker Gaming. And says, oh no, Ty. Yes, unfortunately, Mr. Dickinson having some issues here in this race. He's been having a tough one here all evening long, and unfortunately gets tied up in this one. And upside down goes that Liberty University Exalta Camaro as he goes for a crazy flip down in corner number 3 and down the back straightaway. And a tough break there for him as we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing here once again. The field's starting to get a little bit more thinned out as lots of drivers having tons of damage on their cars. They're down pit side trying to get repaired and back out onto the racetrack as Sarcy says, hey, you in New Hampshire, the Miracle Mile. Yes, Sarcy, we are in New Hampshire. As Sarcy says, I worked at New Hampshire Motor Speedway for a summer when I was 17. How long ago was that, Sarcy? How long ago was that? Oh my. Back when you were 17. 17. The first taste of wine. Ooh. I hope someone got that reference, okay? Someone got that reference. Shush you, says Sarcy. I'll stay quiet. I won't bring that back up again, Sarcy. That was my bad. Okay, we won't bring that back up. Is Mama Bear with the exclamation mark followage as well with the 805 days of being a follower. My gosh, Sarcy and Mama Bear one day off each other there with the exclamation mark followages here in the chat. That's absolutely wild as, well, it's another summer night here in New Hampshire Motor Speedway. As we will get ready to rock and roll here once again, as Sarcy says, it was like many, many moons ago, okay? Many moons ago. I like that. It was definitely many moons ago. 17 for me. That was 12 years ago, almost 13 years ago. Wowzers. As we are back to green flag racing, Greg O'Berry with another good restart, trying to quickly clear that 0-2, open up maybe a car length or two to give himself a little bit of breathing room. Here from our second place driver is Christian Delgado. They're in position number 3. Zach Lockett up into position number 4 and looking for more here. So he's got a pair of NLR rides right there behind him. Unfortunately for the 83 ride, Blake Murray gets up into the outside fence there a little bit through 3 and 4. That's going to allow the 2 of Jeremy Vaughn and the 17 of Michael Madden to clear the 83, and now he's got that 41 of William McKellar sending it in deep down below him here, trying to clear that 83 ride for the 7th position. John Fowler still out there on the racetrack. He rolls in the 9th spot as around goes the 83, and the caution flag will fly here once again. So the yellow flag going to come back out as Blake Murray goes for a ride down the back straightaway here. Let's see if we can take a look at this 83 ride, as I'm not sure if there was any contact. I think it's just this hot, slick racetrack here on the summer night, and around goes this 83 ride. Maybe getting a little help right there. He was getting loose and having to check up to try to save that car, and then fortunately the 48 ride right there trying to get up through the gears. Makes that contact with the 83. Unfortunately spins this House of Speed NLR Papa Mike Promotions ride down into the infield. And again, he makes pretty significant contact with the inside wall down the back straightaway. A couple times we've seen that 83 ride in that position throughout this race. And fortunately this late, it's going to hurt him quite a bit as he's going to keep it rolling, though, out on the speedway, hoping for the best, hoping no major catastrophic failures here for that number 83 ride, but he will take it down pit side to look for some repairs as John McNeil, first car, 1 lap down out there on the racetrack. Christopher DeWald down pit side here, still getting his car repaired as he's down pit side. Cody DeForge also off the speedway. Ronald Lousy down pit side as well, getting work done to his car. Gary Wright off the speedway. James Smith off the speedway. Russell Martin Jr. has also left the building. Same with Timothy Stubblefield. Ty Dickinson down pit side, getting lots of repairs done again to that number 67 ride. And we've seen a lot of drivers, unfortunately, out of this race here. We started with 20 cars. We're down to about 10. And we're still seeing some yellow flags on the speedway and some heavy hits for some of these drivers as we're going to stacked up, racked up, ready to go back to green flag racing. Let's go, Mama Bear, says Sarcy. She says, laugh out loud, 12. He says, yeah, it was only about 12 years ago for me. 17 was about 12 years ago. I'm 29. I turned 30 this year, so we got to throw like a big dirty 30 birthday party for myself or something. Someone's going to have to throw a big dirty 30 birthday. I wanted to get all my friends together and hope to try to, like, organize something. I wanted to do, like, a 1930s themed kind of birthday party and, send it off in fashion, you know, dress up, suits and ties, nice dresses, go to like a fancy bar or something like that, and, you know, drink whiskey straight and live like we are living in the 1930s, as in living in the 1930s of well-off people in the 1930s, not the Great Depression era of the 1930s, but that could be cool in itself. I mean, we just have to drink crappy beer and shitty whiskey or something and do it around a hobo fire somewhere. I don't know. I feel like it'd be something cool. It'd be something fun to do for a 30th birthday party. But you know, who knows? Who knows what will happen? What will end up, you know, being done? But it'll be fun no matter what. As Bullcrack Motorsports says, well, this was a dumb idea. Oh no! Oh no! My boy. You were having a good run there for a little bit, Russell. You were having a pretty good, solid day. We saw you race up inside basically the top 5 there for a little bit. Some pitch strategy and everything else, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, man, this race is definitely gone astray. We've seen some pretty crazy wrecks, some pretty crazy things happen in this one already, but it's been fun. It's been interesting. That's for certain. It's been pretty wild here on the evening, but we are definitely running thin on drivers out here on the speedway. I believe we only got 10 cars left out there as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. 9 of them left on the lead lap, and some of them are a little bit more worse for wear than others, as Grego Barry's been pretty much out in front all evening long. He's going to look to continue to hold off Shannon Wood, Christian Delgado, Zach Lockett, Jeremy Vaughn, Michael Madden, John Fowler, William McKellar, Blake Murray, and John McNeil. Trying to keep them all back there behind him, and he's looking for his 5th win here on the season for the Slingshot Sim Racing Series. Presented to you by Race City Racing Memorabilia as we are back to green flag racing. Another perfect restart there for Greg O'Berry as he gets up through the gears quickly, opens up a car length lead down through corner number 1 and out of corner number 2. He opens up a little bit of a lead here down the back straightaway, and he's going to try to use that to his advantage to maybe break a little draft and maybe see if he can pull away and open up that second again that he had before between himself and some of these other drivers as we see the caution flag fly here. Michael Madden going to go around, and the yellow flag will come back out. We'll take a quick look at it as Madden was battling here with the 13 car. Unfortunately, washes up the racetrack, goes around right there. Nowhere to go for Jeremy Vaughn as he gets a piece of that one. And another caution flag is Michael Madden getting tight, getting around here below Christian Delgado here through 3 and 4. Fortunately, he just washes up the racetrack very, very tight and then trying to stay off of him. Does make a little contact with that 13 right. Unfortunately, just knocks him loose and around he goes, and nowhere to go here for Jeremy Vaughn as he's going to get a little piece of him here. He's got it locked up, trying to minimize the damage there. Unfortunately, he's going to get a piece of him, and hopefully not too much damage for that 2 ride, but we will take a look at the driver's cam and see exactly what Jeremy Vaughn sees here from the helmet cam of this 2 ride as he gets a great look at it, unfortunately for himself, as there's nowhere he can go. Luckily enough, he was checked up quite a bit, was not driving very fast into the side of that 17, but he is down pit side getting some extensive repairs done to the number 2 ride. Same with Michael Madden, he's getting lots of work done to this 17, hoping to get back out there onto the racetrack without losing a lap or too many laps here. Stay in this thing. So, the Liberty University Greg O'Barry ride still out in front, continue to lead the way as we'll take a quick look here at our sponsors over at Scary Strokes.
Strokes, where fun meets fright, where every experience transports you to a world of fun. Play 18 holes of blacklight mini golf in ancient Egypt, a haunted house, and beyond the grave. Step inside our virtual reality arena, where you take control of video games and virtual worlds. Battle robots, shoot zombies, and compete against your friends. Throw your next birthday with our VIP Party Pack. Our party pros are ready to entertain you with a fright fest you'll never forget. Perfect for an action-packed date night full of flirty fun. Our state-of-the-art arcade has the latest games with the coolest prizes. Be sure to feast on some tasty morsels in the Graveyard Grill. So come on, bring your ghoulish gang over to Scary Strokes, where every experience matters. Welcome to
Alrighty, as we get these drivers ready to roll here once again. Another late race caution flag here as we roll closer to inside 10 laps left to go here in this one. My boy Justin Toll coming in showing the love. What's good, JT? How are you, my boy? How are you? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful evening. Coming in showing the love. I mean, it is turtle racing here a little bit here this evening. Hey, you know what? Turtle racing, it's still racing and we still love it, and it's what pays the bills. Unfortunately, we gotta fill time slots with something, and it's not always dirt, especially with the dirt community on iRacing right now being a complete shambles and not a whole lot of dirt stuff going on anymore these days, which is unfortunate. As why is it not showing me stars? I don't know why it's not showing you stars. That is a good question, Justin. That's a good question. You might have to just back out and come back in. I know sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. It's just Facebook being Facebook, unfortunately. They're a bunch of buttheads. They are a bunch of buttheads over there at Facebook, and in a lot of these other places, man, they are brutal at trying to get things figured out and working well here and everything else. So you can never trust the stars and the bits and everything else. They're always kind of somewhat not the best and sometimes not the most reliable, but nonetheless, we're going to go back to green flag racing as the green flag back out into the air here quickly. Drivers back onto the loud pedal here, rolling down through corner number 1 and out of corner number 2. This number 71 rider, Greg O'Barry, continuing to look like the dominant car here on the evening, but Shannon Wood's been right there with them all the way around for a lot of these laps. They have been doing a very, very good job. Those two drivers out on the Speedway, probably the two cleanest cars on the evening, staying out of trouble. But JT, if you feel like donating to the cause here over at PeaceMaker Gaming, there's the PayPal link. You can always donate using PayPal, or we don't really have much else. We got Twitch or YouTube that you can send donations to. But Greg O'Barry, look out, our race leader running into issues. Around goes O'Barry. The caution flag will come back out here in this one. Oh no, he's ran such a perfect race here all evening long until this point, and that may open up the door here for Shannon Wood to possibly pick up this checkered flag as Greg O'Barry down through corner number 1 and 2, and just, the rear end kicked out and around on him here. He's trying to save it, and the same thing we've seen all evening long here and all season long in these NASCAR Next Gens. Once you kind of get that wheel pointing the wrong direction, if it catches and points you straight and you got that wheel turned a little bit to the right, it will take you around and spin you right up into the outside fence. And we've seen this numerous times today. We've seen it numerous times throughout the season. Unfortunately, our race leader driver that's led the most laps here this evening, probably about 100 laps led here for that 71 ride. And unfortunately, he now finds himself at the back of the pack with some damage. Let's see if we can hop right on board here. Take a look and listen as Greg O'Barry down through quarter one is going to have that rear end step out on him, and then he's trying to catch it. Got to keep that car pointing in the right direction. It just does not work. Luckily enough, not super heavy contact with the outside wall there for O'Barry, but he's going to take his car down pit side. He will be restarting in about the 9th position if he can stay on the lead lap, which I do believe he'll have no problem doing that. But he's going to have a lot of fast cars and a lot of tough, difficult drivers that get around here and not a lot of time to do it. And that puts Shannon Wood now into the catbird seat in that 0-2 ride as Christian Delgado will be in second. William McKellar now into third. The Tennessee Titans, number 93, is Zach Lockett there in fourth. In the Grip Hackney Live, House of Speed, Papa Mike Promotions, NLR 83, Blake Murray rounding out our top five. John Fowler in the Dirty Monkey Motorsports, JB Designs, Scary Strokes, number 94 ride there in sixth with Michael Madden. The Sparkle and Shine Anything EC, number 17, there in seventh. Jeremy Vaughn and his House of Speed, Tunnel Visions by Hackney. Papa Mike Promotions, number 2 ride, that Heartland Harley-Davidson machine in position number 8. Greg O'Barry, who was our race leader in that Liberty Flames Liberty University ride there in position number 9, as the 71 machine going to be trying to work himself back up through the field. Then we see Christopher DeWald back out onto the speedway here. So he's got that car fixed up. Unfortunately, multiple laps down here for the 82 ride. John McNeil still out there, multiple laps down as well for the McNeilmedia.org Boeing number 48 ride. And we also see the 5 of Ronald Luzzi out there as well in the Can-Am Speedway number 5 machine, also on the racetrack. Everybody else off the track here: Cody DeForge, Gary Wright, James Smith, Russell Martin Jr., Timothy Stubblefield, Ty Dickinson, Andrew Ainsley, Isaac Brock, all off the racetrack here in this one. So a lot of drivers have left the building. A lot of drivers left to duke it out here, though. And we only got a couple laps to figure it out. Mamba Bear says, come on, Blake. Cheering on Blake Murray out there on the racetrack. Justin Toole says, dude, straight up spun himself. Yeah, unfortunately, it happens quite a bit here in these Cup cars. They are a handful, and these tough racetracks, especially a track like New Hampshire, very hot, slick, and you can spin yourself around in a quick hurry. And you just saw our race leader of over 100 laps here on the evening do it to himself right there in the race lead late in this race. Definitely not the spot he wanted to put himself in, but this is the spot that Shannon Wood wanted to be in late in this race, getting ready for a bit of a shootout here. As when we go back to Green Flag Racing, it'll be 3 laps left to go. So the pace car gonna make that hard left-hand turn down pit side. He will unleash the field to the BKP Art 0-2 ride. Shannon Wood, as Wood gets a good restart quickly, clears that 13 ride of Christian Delgado. Delgado trying to hold on to that second spot here as William McKellar works down to his inside. Zach Lockett right there trying to work himself into a podium position as here comes Blake Murray, Michael Madden, Greg O'Barry, John Fowler, and, man, O'Barry trying to make some moves quickly in that 71 ride. He's got the freshest tires on the racetrack. He's trying to put them to work as he knows he does not have a lot of laps to get it done. He's hoping for maybe a caution flag here before the end of this one, and he's going to get it as Christopher DeWald goes around here. Christopher DeWald having some issues here on the evening. This 82 ride has had better days, and unfortunately, for this Liberty University 82 ride, again, down into quarter number 3, and the rear end just steps out, goes around on him, and sends that car around the 5 ride, almost getting collected again, and unfortunately, another tough break there for that 82 ride, and multiple laps down, unfortunately, just trying to run some laps, gain maybe a little bit of position out there from some other drivers running into issues, and he's going to find some more issues there himself, but that will bring out another caution flag, and that means we will get ready for NASCAR overtime. here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Shannon Wood in that catbird seat. Out in front, William McKellar in second. Christian Delgado will restart in position number 3. Zach Lockett back in fourth with Blake Murray, Grego Barry, Michael Madden, John Fowler, Jeremy Vaughn, and John McNeil. Our top 10 here on the Speedways. McNeil going to get that waiver round, looking to try to work himself back onto the lead lap. Unfortunately, he's going to need a few more of these waiver rounds to get back onto the lead lap here and to round out our top 10 on the same lap on the Speedway. DeWalt, unfortunately, a couple laps down himself. Same with Lucy here in that Can-Am Speedway and number 5 ride, as we will get them all ready to roll here once again for our NASCAR overtime, as I do believe we are going to have 3 attempts here at NASCAR overtime. If we see that white flag fly any point in time here on the Speedway, the next flag will end it no matter what. Whether it's a caution flag or the checkered flag, the next flag after the white flag will end this race. But you gotta get there. As NASCAR overtime, we will have a 2-lap shootout. 1 lap to get back to the white flag. If a caution flag flies before the white flag flies, we will be racking them all up again, and we will be doing this all over again. So you gotta mind your P's and Q's. Hope for the best here. You can't make any mistakes. Put yourself in a bad position where you're gonna lose a ton of positions. But you gotta make sure, hoping that nothing happens back there behind you, especially if you're Shannon Wood. If you're leading the way down the front straightaway and get a caution flag like we just saw, it may be heartbreak, as you may get one good run, good attempt at it. You got to do it 2 or 3 times. You may end up losing it. So you want to make sure you can get it done the first try and make it count here for that 0-2 ride to put himself into victory lane, as this one coming down to a very wild finish here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. You guys came here for a show. Well, here you go, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Green Flag Racing will be ready to roll here once again, as my boy Russell Martin, Buttcrack Motorsports, says, yeah, it was definitely fun for some, maybe, and hell for others. I agree with you on that one, Buttcrack Motorsports. I agree with you there. It's definitely a lot of drivers running into issues here on the evening. I think probably the only driver to maybe not have any issues here on the day would be the 0-2 with Shannon Wood, and you can see where that's gotten him as he's out in front leading the way here. But we've seen the Voltec 41 ride run into issues. We saw Christian Delgado, Zach Lockett, Blake Murray multiple times, Grego Barry there, John Fowler, Michael Madden, Jeremy Vaughn. Everyone inside of our top 10 has ran into issues here on the evening, except for, I believe, this 0-2 ride, and hopefully, knocking on wood, he doesn't run into any late in this race. No announcer's curse here this evening, as we'll get him ready to roll. The pace car back down pit side. Shannon Wood will be unleashed here, as down through the Geico restart zone. He puts the hammer down quickly, getting a couple car length lead down into corner number 1, but here comes the rest of the field as they send themselves into the corner. Shannon Wood trying to hang on to it. Here comes McKellar. Here comes the 13 of Christian Delgado. Delgado, hang on to it, almost goes around. He's able to keep that car pointed in the right direction. That was almost the caution flag that Shannon Wood did not want to see. There's more contact, beating and banging back here behind him is Zach Lockett up into third, but out at corner number 4 and down the front straightaway. The white flag will be displayed. Shannon Wood, 1 more lap left to go here in this one. He's got to mind his P's and Q's, hit his marks perfectly as the 41 rider, William McKellar, right there behind him, trying to hunt him down, looking for a good run himself. Would be happy with the second place run, but if issues for the 0-2 ride here in 3 and 4 do present themselves, the 41 will throw himself into the fire here, as out at quarter 3 and out at quarter number 4, the 0-2 ride of Shannon Wood will pick up the checkered flag here in the Slingshot Sim Racing Series, as Shannon Wood picks up the win, parks his ride up in the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, in the New Hampshire Motor Speedway victory lane. What a run and what a drive right there for Shannon Wood. William McKellar coming home in second, and Zach Lockett going to round out our top 3 in that Tennessee Titans number 93 machine, but it's all Shannon Wood here in this one as he's going to get ready to burn down the house here at New Hampshire, as he's going to be pretty pumped up about this one, picking up the dub, parking himself up in victory lane. You're going to see him do a little bit of a burnout here down on the front straightaway, and we'll get ready to pull our top three up into the broadcast booth here for some post-race interviews. Man, what a run and what a drive right there. Or the 0-2 ride. Keep her off the wall. Don't damage that poor car. It's looking pretty out there. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, what a race. Give it up here for this 0-2 Shannon Wood. Getting it done out there on the Speedway. Picking up the win. Wowzers, what a wild run. What a wild race here. And we'll get ready to pull our top three up into the booth. Hey, Shannon, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Shannon, man, a great run and a great drive here for you this evening as you're able to park that 0-2 ride up in victory lane. Going through this race, did you think you had an opportunity at it, or did you think, that 71 ride of Grego Berry, picture perfect through basically 110 laps of this race? Did you think he was going to make that mistake? Did you think that the door was going to open up for you to find yourself a way into victory lane here today?
I really didn't, man. Greg, he was spot on, man. I was just pretty much racing for second, and he slipped up right there toward the end. Just got by, man. Just got lucky.
Absolutely. A lot of drivers probably feeling that luckiness here this evening, as there was a lot of slipping and sliding going around here. Take us through this racetrack and through this race. How difficult was it, as we saw a lot of drivers losing the rear end, spinning the cars around themselves here, and causing quite a bit of chaos out there on the Speedway.
Yeah, it was pretty slick out there. You had to pretty much hit your brakes. I mean, right on the money when you're getting in the corners. But I slipped up a couple times, not too bad, but I didn't lose it or anything, but got a little loose there a few times. It's a tough track, man.
Definitely a very tough track, but you're able to tame it here this evening as you park that 0-2 ride up in victory lane. Shannon, who would you like to thank for such a great run and strong performance, being able to pick up the win and punch your ticket now into the playoffs here in the Slingshot Sim Racing Series?
Yeah, I just want to thank BKP Art, man, John for putting on this show here, and you for broadcasting it, buddy.
Absolutely, brother. Always my pleasure. Always good to see you up here in the top three, and a heck of a run being able to pick up the win here this evening, and we can't wait to see you back out there on the Speedway next Wednesday, maybe right back up here and in victory lane.
I hear that, but I hope we'll be back up here pretty soon. I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and don't party too hard down there in victory lane.
Have a good one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for Shannon Wood as Wood picks up the win here this evening, parking the 0-2 ride into victory lane as we'll get ready to pull our second place finisher, the 41 ride of William McKellar, as McKellar right there in position number 2 as Zach Lockett getting an interview. Yes, sir. He's top three. Top three always get interviewed here on PeaceMaker Gaming as we'll get ready to pull Mr. McKellar up into the broadcast booth. Hey, William, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
10-4. You got me?
Yes, sir. William, man, a great run, a strong performance here this evening. A lot of ups and downs for you, but you were able to stay kind of consistent out there, keep yourself out of majority of the trouble, find yourself a way up into position number 2 late into this race, and just a couple car lengths shy of maybe getting a win yourself. One mistake out of that 0-2 ride in those closing laps could have put yourself into victory lane, but you got to be pretty happy with being able to survive, keep that car in one piece, and park it up here on the podium.
Oh, always happy, always happy. I mean, we've been, we had a really rough start to the season, and, you want to talk about the one track I had picked out on the entire schedule that I was like, right there. If I'm going to do bad, it's going to be New Hampshire. And what do you know? It's my first podium of the season. So, I can't complain tonight at all. If I hadn't blown, 2 to go, then, I mean, I think I might have had something for Shannon there. But, I completely blew turns 1 and 2, blew turns 3 and 4, and, nothing I could have done short of him spinning out was going to let me get by him on the last lap.
Absolutely a very good car there in that 0-2 ride. Probably not the driver that everyone was expecting to beat in victory lane here this evening after a dominant 110 laps basically from Grango Berry, but he makes that mistake as well, as we've seen a lot of drivers here this evening. Pretty much everybody, I think, except for Shannon Wood, having issues here on the Speedway. Take us through this race and, how difficult it was to get around this racetrack, not only keeping the car under yourself, but trying to keep it, out of the way of some of the other drivers that were slipping and sliding out there on the Speedway.
Well, I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head right there when you're talking about slipping and sliding. The track is well up over 100 degrees out here. So, and with the way this track drives, it's not tire wear that's going to get you in the long run. I mean, heck, I ran over 60 laps on the same set of tires and I only had about 7% of wear on them. So it's the heat cycles. Once these tires get baked, there's nothing for them. So, I mean, trying to keep it under you, it's backing up your corner. It's giving that guy just that little bit more space. We like to race pretty close, pretty tight around here, race each other really hard. But, the way this track is, this thing just like driving on ice. You gotta give that extra lane.
Absolutely. A lot of give and take out there on the Speedway. Not a whole lot of take here in this one, as we saw a lot of issues here and some late race restarts. And you're able to find yourself up in position number 2. William, who would you like to thank for such a great run and strong performance in your first podium of the season?
Well, first off, I'd like to go ahead and thank John Fowler for putting the league on. It's really hard to find a Gen 7 league that runs on Wednesday nights, which is like one of the only nights I can run. Got to thank our sponsors, Anything EC, Race City Memorabilia, Scary Strokes, those guys being able to, put some investment into the league so we can get a pretty good broadcaster. I think we got one of the best in the business with you and PeaceMaker Gaming. And I mean, more importantly, I got to thank my wife for letting me run. I got to thank my 2-month-old son for not screaming in my ear, and I got to thank God himself.
Absolutely, brother. Well, we're not going to keep you much longer. We'll let you go and hang out with your newborn, and huge congratulations again on that one, having a new baby. And all I got to say is the next one, you got to name him after me, okay?
We'll see. If it comes out a girl like Mama Bear and I are hoping, then I mean, that'd be a little weird, I think.
Well, my real name is Aaron, so it can go both ways.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
There you go. There you go. All right, mister. A great race, a good run here. You park yourself up in position number 2. Hopefully some momentum being built and hopefully more and more trips for you up here into the broadcast booth. Congratulations on the great run, and hopefully we will see you back up here next Wednesday.
Awesome. Thank you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our second place finisher, William McKellar coming home in position number 2. A heck of a run and a heck of a drive there for that number 41. As we'll get ready to pull in our third place finisher, the number 93 of Zach Lockett. Is Lockett coming home in position number 3. We'll pull him up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Zach, it's Aaron up here on the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. You got a copy?
Hey, gotcha.
Zach, my boy, man, what a run and what a drive here for you, man. After a pretty chaotic start, a pretty chaotic race, a lot of slipping and sliding, a lot of drivers running into issues. Unfortunately, you found a couple of them out there, and you had some damage on that car. You had to try to get it, put back together out there, and you were able to keep yourself in this game late in it, using a couple of those restarts to put yourself up onto the podium again. Back-to-back weeks, having some good runs, some good momentum being built up, man. Take us back through it, and how does it feel to be back up here in the booth?
Yeah, it feels great. Definitely did not think tonight would be the night I would be back in the podium, but some things fell my way. I mean, there was a lot of wrecks going on around me that nearly involved me more, but ended up dodging them, and got into a couple myself, but really didn't hit the wall or anything very much. Kind of just spun and shredded the tires a little bit, but pretty much a pretty solid run, able to keep the Tennessee Titans Camaro in good shape. Actually, I did have a little bit of optional damage on pit road I had repaired, but other than that, pretty clean. But yeah, I mean, it was definitely a tough track to pass on. I mean, at least for me, I definitely did not have the confidence to get in the gas early, especially exiting the turns. Was just too scared of spinning it, and I think that's really what cost me getting any higher, getting second or even winning the race. But we'll take this podium. Did not expect to be here. Really excited for the momentum I'm building here. Like you said, back-to-back podiums, going to Nashville next week. Love that track. I'm going to be excited to keep it moving.
Absolutely. So we look forward to seeing you back up here in the booth next Wednesday. But man, Zach, a great run, a great drive. You park it up here in third. Who would you like to thank for such a great run and great performance here this evening?
First, I gotta thank you for a great broadcast. Really appreciate you. I know, sometimes we have a handful of cautions. Appreciate you, sticking around and being, a very welcoming voice to this league. Really appreciate it. All the guys at Red Sea Racing and Victory Motorsport, really love racing with them every Wednesday. I got to thank Erica, my girlfriend, letting me run on Wednesday nights. And then lastly, Nate over here in the chat, one of my teammates from another league here. I run on Sundays. Really appreciate him watching and cheering me on in the comments. So looking forward to for next week and hopefully be back up here again.
Absolutely, brother. Hopefully we'll see you right back up here. Congratulations on the third place here in this one. Another podium finish, and we look forward to seeing you back out there next Wednesday. And hopefully, as you said, yeah, right back up here in the broadcast booth. Maybe a couple spots better and up in Victory Lane.
Yeah, hopefully, definitely hoping for that. Going to be pushing and got the Titans on the car. We'll be in Nashville, so got to represent there. That's where they play. So
perfect. It's a match made in heaven right there, and look forward to maybe seeing that car up in Victory Lane.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your night.
You too. Thank you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our third place finisher, Zach Lockett. Is Lockett coming home there in position number 3. A great run and a great drive there for the 93. A good run here by all these drivers, putting on a pretty wild show here for us, as Jeremy Vaughn coming in with that heart reaction says, how many crank it up cautions did you cause, Peace? It's your fault, laugh out loud. Jeremy, I don't think I caused one, okay? There's maybe one, but I don't think it was me. We had to crank it up. It lasted, a couple minutes. It was at least 4 or 5 minutes, but I don't think there was a caution flag before the crank it up ended. I think it was after the crank it up. So I think I'm clear on this one. I don't think I caused them here tonight. I think I'm good. Maybe one. I might be lying. There might have been one. I think there was one. I think when we first were trying to go to crank it up, I think it caused the caution flag right then. But then a couple laps later, once we got back rolling, we did the crank it up, and it was pretty good for a little while there when we had that bit of a green flag run. But for the most part, I don't think there was multiple situations. I think that was just track surfaces being so hot here at New Hampshire. But man, a crazy run, crazy race, almost a top 5 for yourself again, brother. As Jeremy says, see, and I had to pee around lap 35, laugh out loud. That might have been roughly around when it was, so that might have been close to it. That was, well, no, I think it was around lap 50 or 60 that I took the crank it up, so I don't think that was it. But yeah, unfortunate break there for you, brother. But man, a great race, a great drive here for everybody and that stuck around, stayed in it, trying to keep themselves out of trouble. We did see John Fowler here late in this race run into some issues here. I do believe this is as the checkered flag was flying. See if we can find Mr. Fowler on the racetrack here, and he may have had some issues, maybe some contact. I'm not sure. It might have been after the checkered flag for the 94 ride, but he definitely ran into some issues. There you go. He's going to go around right here. I do believe this is on that last lap, so after the white flag was thrown, 94 right going for a slide there in corner number 1 and 2, and unfortunately sends him back into the 9th position. But man, a great run and a great drive here all evening long, as Jeremy Pond says, dang, Sweet Tea, laugh out loud. Yeah, Sweet Tea got it fired off here, okay? We might have been clean and green for 120 laps, but Ty got things kicked off. Blame it on him. No, I'm just kidding. It's just tough track conditions here this evening for made for some exciting racing though. It was pretty fun. It was pretty awesome watching everyone try to hang on and keep themselves out of trouble on the Speedway. But at the end of the day, it was a pretty wild event. But listen, can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. Thank everyone for coming in, showing the love, dropping the likes, dropping the comments, all the shares, all the new followers, subscribers, and everything else. I appreciate each and every one of you coming in, showing the love. As Jeremy Vaughn says, at least it wasn't when I got into John that you showed him. Now laugh out loud. Spin the wheel. Oh yes, spin the wheel. Yes, we almost forgot about the spin the wheel here. Let me see if we can go back there and find our spin the wheel thing here. Here we go. Where are we going here? Going to Google. We're going to a random number generator. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have one more special thing to do here this evening, brought to you by Buttcrack Motorsports. Thank you to Jeremy Vaughn for making sure I didn't forget about this, because we normally do. So we are going to input. We had technically 20 drivers loaded into the simulator, as Isaac Bronk just didn't turn a lap, but he was in here. So we will get all 20 drivers into this. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to spin a random number generator. Whichever number it lands on, that corresponding finishing position will be a winner here on the evening. A little bit of a payday from Buttcrack Motorsports. Huge shout out to them again. If you guys haven't checked them out over on Facebook and YouTube, Buttcrack Motorsports coming on board here, giving a little bit extra to our drivers and to the league, and helping us out here on being one of the sponsors here with the Slingshot Sim Racing Series. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the button here a bunch of times, kind of get it refreshed, kind of get it kind of rolling a little bit. None of these are going to count. We'll stop it. I'll let you know when the next time I hit the button, the winner will be pulled. So we're just going to hammer through it here a little bit, kind of get things rolling, and just kind of go with it. Okay, we're going to stop right there. So the next number that we generate will be the winner of the Buttcrack Motorsports payday here this evening from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And number 12, whoever finished in the 12th position, I believe that is Ronald Luzzi, who comes home in the 12th position. So it looks like Ronald's going to pick up that win there and get that extra payday here this evening, as the 12th position wins the prize here this evening. But listen, thank you guys for tuning in, coming in, showing the love here in this one. I can't thank you guys enough for showing the love all evening long, but we're going to call it there on that note. I'll see you guys all back here for something tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to get into, but we're going to try to get into something tomorrow. Maybe a couple new videos. Maybe we'll try to get some more content for the Samurai game with the Ghost of Toshima. If you guys haven't checked that out yet, make sure you guys do go and check that out, as we have we posted our first episode of that earlier today. As Jeremy says, bye boo, bye boo, bye Mr. Jeremy. Listen, brother, check it out. Check out the video. We just posted it today. You didn't think I would do it. But we did it. We posted a video today. The Ghost of Toshima. Absolutely insane graphics. Absolutely insane gameplay. The cutscenes, everything else. The storyline, so good. And if you guys want to, have something nice to watch here throughout the rest of the evening, something fun to watch, something cool to watch, go check out that first episode. It's currently live over on our YouTube channel and over on our Facebook channel. You can check it out on both of those and experience some of the life of a samurai back in the olden times. And trust me, it's a lot of fun. There's a bit of gameplay in there, but we're going to expand more into the gameplay in the second episode, which I'm hoping that we can either get out maybe tomorrow or Saturday, and then maybe start doing weekly uploads on Saturdays and do like Samurai Saturdays or something, and be posting videos of that during Saturdays. Maybe throw little clips in, little reels in here and there, throughout the week, to kind of keep everyone intrigued and wanting to watch and getting the new episodes of The Ghost of Tsushima. It's a very, very fun game. And listen, if anyone has it, trust me, It's such a fun game. And if you don't have it and you're thinking about buying it, watch these videos. You're going to get hooked into it just like I am, and you're going to have a lot of fun. It's definitely worth the money to get this game and play through it. And I'm going to say there's probably 100 hours of gameplay, if not more. There's so much to do, so many missions, so many side quests, so many little things to do, and so much of the map to explore and to see out there. And it's going to be very, very awesome to play through it and show you guys every little bit of it that I can explore and that I can find there on the Ghost of Tsushima. But listen, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you guys all back here in the next one. But peace out for now, and I hope you guys have yourselves a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Peace out for now, baby. Peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen.
Rooks, where fun meets fright, where every experience transports you to a world of fun. Play 18 holes of blacklight minigolf in ancient Egypt, a haunted house, and beyond the grave. Step inside our virtual reality arena, where you take control of video games and virtual worlds. Battle robots, shoot zombies, and compete against your friends. Throw your next birthday with our VIP party pack. Our party pros are ready to entertain you with a fright fest you'll never forget. Perfect for an action-packed date night full of flirty fun. Our state-of-the-art arcade has the latest games with the coolest prizes. Be sure to feast on some tasty morsels in the Graveyard Grill. So come on, bring your ghoulish gang over to Scary Strokes, where every experience matters. Welcome to Scary Strokes, where
Definitely
fun
worth.
meets fright, where every experience transports you to a world of fun. Play 18 holes of blacklight minigolf in ancient Egypt, a haunted house, and beyond the grave. Step inside our virtual reality arena, where you take control of video games and virtual worlds. Battle robots, shoot zombies, and compete against your friends. Throw your next birthday with our VIP party pack. Our party pros are ready to entertain you with a fright fest you'll never forget. Perfect for an action-packed date night full of flirty fun. Our state-of-the-art arcade has the latest games with the coolest prizes. Be sure to feast on some tasty morsels in the Graveyard Grill. So come on, bring your ghoulish gang over to Scary Strokes, where every experience matters. Welcome